Unexpected teams that almost won the Champions League. Back in 2004, Monaco wasn't supposed to be anywhere near a Champions League final. They didn't have the money, they didn't have the superstars, and their manager was just 35 years old. Although, you probably already know him as he goes by the name of Didier Deschamps and went on to lead his country to become World Cup champions years later after he already did it as a player in 1998. But somehow, despite having a young and relatively inexperienced manager at the time, Monaco went on a run that shocked all of Europe. You see, Monaco started off in Group C with teams like Deportivo, PSV, and AEK Athens. And while many people expected them to just sneak by or possibly even crash out, they ended up dominating the group. In fact, they beat Deportivo 8-3 in one game, and Dado Perso dropped 4 goals by himself. But that was just the beginning of the madness. The thing is, in the round of 16, Monaco lost the first leg to Lokomotiv Moscow 2-1. It looked like their Cinderella run was coming to an end. But then at home, they scored just 1 goal, and that was all they needed. They went through on away goals. But still, despite all of this, nobody could have predicted what would happen next. As it turns out, their next opponent was Real Madrid, a side that was stacked with legends like Zidane, Ronaldo, Figo, and honestly the list goes on. And when Monaco lost the first leg 4-2, everyone thought it was over. But then came the second leg where they beat Real 3-1 at home, and even though this was a 5-5 tie on aggregate, they scored more away goals so they advanced. And funny enough, Morientes, who was on loan from Real Madrid, actually scored against them, so the man they lent out actually eliminated his own parent club. But if that wasn't wild enough, what happened in the next round made this run even crazier. What I mean is that Monaco went up against Chelsea in the semifinals, and in the first leg, they went down to 10 men and still won 3-1. In the second leg, they managed a 2-2 draw at Stamford Bridge, which was enough to send them to a Champions League final. But sadly, their story doesn't have a happy ending. Monaco had to face a young Jose Mourinho's Porto in the final, and right away, disaster struck. Their captain got injured in the first half, and from there, Porto just took control and Monaco lost 3-0. But there's an even crazier Champions League run that I'm posting in the coming weeks. Follow so you don't miss it.